Hello, welcome back to another You Ask, I Answer. I have had this form of question a few times regarding various auction house, but it goes like, is blank susceptible to shill bidding? Okay, blank, you can fill in any of the big auction house, eBay included. If you understand how shill bidding is, then you know the answer already, okay? But if you don't know what shill bidding is, let me try to explain it to you for the noobs out there that have no idea what shill is. Spelling SHILL. You can Google it and get the definition for yourself. The definition, short, is basically using another person to bid up your listing. That's it. That is as simple as I can explain it. So, for example, my eye is so itchy today for some reason. For example, if I list something for auction, doesn't matter where, okay? For this example, doesn't matter where, and I want that item to get at least a certain minimum amount of price, I can easily create a different account and register a different account with the auction house and bid, right? That's one way, but that's kind of risky. It's just as easy to ask a friend, a close friend, to say, can you open an account? Another collector, ask another collector, can you register with this auction house, and on my listing, on this specific listing, bid this amount, because that's the lowest I am willing to let it go. Yeah, it is that simple. Okay, what I just outlined is about the most simple way shill bidding can happen, and it can happen in any auction house. If you have bid on comic books before, you're likely to have heard of this discussion many places, whether it's a CGC forum or many other places. And this is one of the main reasons I preach over and over for everyone to wait until the last few seconds to bid, because it is much tougher. You make it much tougher for unscrupulous people to shill bid you when you wait to the last 5-10 seconds. Because why? If I ask my buddy to bid up my book to a certain minimum price, and he waited, and he bid on it because nobody else is gonna overbid him, what's gonna happen? He's stuck with the book. So he has two choices: buy the book, relist it, or not pay. Be one of those eBay winners that don't pay, won't pay, and the book get relisted, right? If you are active on eBay, how often did this happen? How often do you hear a listing ended and the winner didn't pay? Now, I'm not saying that every time this happens, it is shill bidding. I'm not saying that. But that's how a shill bidder can get caught, as far as trying to be greedy and bid up a book, okay? You can get stuck with your own book, and you end up have to relist the book. And often, the book will rerun again with a lower price, because the person that shill bid learned the lesson that there is not one other person out there that's willing to pay that much for that book. So he or she still might shill, but to a lower price. Okay, so shill bidding can absolutely take place. It is harder when you have set ending time because of the way I outlined. When many people wait until the last few seconds to bid, the risk is too high for the shill bidder to jump in at the last second and throw in a high bid because he or she might get stuck with the book. Compared to an auction that run in a manner where you bid it, every time someone bid on something, that extended time added on to the auction. So the auction, you cannot snipe. Any auction that cannot be sniped at a specific time, cannot end at a specific time, is more susceptible to shill bidding than one that end at a specific time. Does that make sense? Hopefully how I explain it is clear. Shill bidding can be easily done in every auction house. Let me repeat that, every auction house, because nothing will prevent me or you or anyone else to ask a friend to create a different account and bid up one of your listing. Nothing, let me repeat, nothing will prevent that from happening. For the auction house that have extended time added to a listing after you've placed your last bid, that's make it much easier for shill bidder to play the game, right? But here's a risk. Just because a shill bidder can go in there and bid on a book and extended the time by 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it is, the risk is very high that he or she will get stuck with the book, because whoever it is that was the underbidder might say, the heck with it, I'm done. So it's a dangerous game no matter what for shill bidder to play at the end. Extended time is just as risky, in my opinion, to shill bidder as an auction that ended at a specific time, because they're all, for most collectors, they have a limit. Okay, for most they have a limit, and you know, when you play with fire, eventually you will get burned. So hopefully I answered the question, I hope. So if you think shill bidding is something that only happen in one place, think again. It can happen anywhere. Yeah? Bye.